Frank Lucas was born and raised in LaGrange, North Carolina, a suburb of Goldsboro. He said that the incident that motivated him to embark on a life of crime was witnessing his 12-year-old cousin's murder at the hands of the Ku Klux Klan for looking flirtatiously at a white woman. As a young man, Frank would make his way to New York City, Harlem to be exact, where he quickly began indulging in petty crime and pool hustling before he was taken under the wing of gangster Bumpy Johnson. Soon after Bumpy Johnson's death in 1968, Lucas turned to drug trafficking and realized that to be successful, he would have to break the monopoly that the mafia held over the trade in New York. Frank would travel to Thailand, where the husband of one of his cousins had connections to the local opium growers, and in short order, they were in business. The story goes that Lucas would hide the drugs inside the coffins of dead returning GIs. He claims that he hired a carpenter to make reproductions of the coffins with false bottoms. Either way, pretty ballsy. Lucas would claim that he made over $1 million per day selling drugs on 116th Street, though this was later discovered to be an exaggeration. Regardless of what you believe, the reality of the situation was that Frank Lucas's life was interesting enough to justify making a movie where Denzel Washington played his part. Either way you slice it, the man was a mover and the king of Harlem. With one federal judge at the time of Lucas's crimes calling his operation one of the most outrageous international dope smuggling gangs ever, an innovator who got his own connections outside the US and then sold the narcotics to himself in the street. However, all this was short-lived. When he was arrested in the mid-1970s, his whole entire kingdom came crumbling down around his head. When Frank Lucas died at the age of 88 on May 30th, 2019 in Cedar Grove, New Jersey, that man was still known as the King of Harlem.